All right, new Fox News polls show that when it comes to the economy, likely voters slightly favor Donald Trump, 50% for Trump versus 46% for Hillary Clinton. But no matter who wins the White House, there could be tough times ahead. Economists say there's a 1 in 5 chance we're going to go into a recession, and that could mean an end to the best income and employment gains in the last 4 decades. Doesn't feel like it, though, does it? So what economic issues do voters really need to worry about? Let me ask Anthony Scaramucci. He's the host of Wall Street Week. It airs Fridays at 8 p.m. right here on the Fox Business Network. He's got a brand new book that you have to get, especially if you want to succeed and become a billionaire overnight. It's called Hopping Over the Rabbit Hole: How Entrepreneurs Turn Failure into Success. Available today. Anthony, welcome.
Well, that is definitely every millennial's dream. You know, I have a couple millennials at home. They want to be Mark Zuckerberg tomorrow. Yes. Mix in some hot water, freeze-dried Mark Zuckerberg with the hoodie.
They want it all. They want it now. There's no such thing as a 5-year plan with a millennial.
It's a little harder than that, though. You know, an overnight success takes about 25 years.
Well, let's talk about immediate success for American voters, because there are quite a few crises looming. You know, we never know how these things are going to go. The Fed could raise interest rates. You've got China that's facing some stagnation. We still have to figure out what we're going to do with our trade deals with Great Britain post-Brexit. So what do you see as the most pressing?
Remember, our only existential threat right now to the United States is Russia. 35 minutes, they can wipe out the U.S. So we also need to fix that relationship, which isn't going too well. So first thing is, Fed is normalizing interest rates. And so for all of our viewers out there, they have to know that that increase in rates is going to cause some volatility in the stock and bond markets. That's
but ultimately, that's okay, isn't it? I mean, the Fed has unnaturally been keeping these rates low to prop up the stock market, which doesn't benefit enough Americans. And someone who has a liberty streak running through their heart, that has to trouble you.
It not only troubles me, I think what's happening now is the government and the society, for some reason, we want the government to make us feel safe. We want to be regulated. Our banks are not lending money. We want our assets to stay up. The Federal Reserve is depressing interest rates. We want the government to help us, and there's 47 million of us on governmental dependency. Many of those people, frankly, do not want to be on governmental dependency. But what we have to do is we have to unshackle the economy. We have to take more power to the American people and less power to Washington. And if we do
what
that,
does that mean, though? Because that's a similar platitude that you hear from both sides. But what specifically does that mean?
It's really not meant to be a platitude. All it's meant to be is, like, right now, if you live in New York City, you are a minority partner in your own life. Your marginal tax rate is 53%. And so what happens is your life is being run, whether you like it or not, by living politicians and dead economists. And so they're the majority partner in your life in a city like ours. And so all it really means to me, no platitudes intended, is that we just have to get the government off the back of the people. Less regulation, cleaner, more efficient tax system. We need pro-growth policies from the government. We need to stop antagonizing business and start helping business.
And, you know, one of the things I love about your book, Hopping Over the Rabbit Hole, is it's so easy for small business owners, especially people the first time around, to fall into that rabbit hole, and they need as much guidance and mentorship as possible to not do that.
And I appreciate you saying that, Kenny, because I really tried to write an honest book about what really happens in entrepreneurship. There's pain in there, self-consciousness, fear of failure, teeth grinding. I have a lucite mouth brace that I have to wear now as a result of the 2008 crisis. And so I wanted to write a book that a millennial could pick up, or even a first-time entrepreneurial person, and say, wow, he's telling a real-life story of what really happens. It's not sanitized success. I hate these magazine glossy covers. Oh, the guy's had a perfect life, and he's got a perfect company.
He was living in a VW bus, and now he's worth $23 billion.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen
It doesn't really work that way. And so we came this close to going out of business at Skybridge Capital. We went from $400 million to $200 million, and now we're $12.5 billion. How did that happen?
Well, now you are wildly successful. You've got a great show on the Fox Business Network, a fantastic book, and I always appreciate you.
And more important than all that, I have you as a friend.
That's right.
Anthony Scaramucci. And that's what it's all about, good relationships.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Very good.